As the 2023 season commenced, the Mercedes team was optimistic about their chances of reversing their F1 fortunes. However, their high hopes were dashed when they faced a tough start and ended up qualifying behind Red Bull, Ferrari, and an Aston Martin team that had made significant improvements. In an effort to be more competitive, the Silver Arrows have shaken up their hierarchy. What moves did they do exactly, and how will this help Mercedes? Keep watching the video to find out. After James Allison's departure in 2021, Mike Elliott took over as technical director. However, the major ground defect regulation changes in 2022 resulted in a reshuffle of the F1 hierarchy. Mercedes, who had been consistent championship victors, slipped to a distant third place in the championship standings, and now Allison has been reinstated as the technical director of Mercedes' F1 team with immediate effect, as per the team's announcement. This appointment comes as Elliott transitions to the more comprehensive Chief Technical Officer position. A spokesperson for Mercedes announced that Mike has led a review of our technical organization to ensure we have the right structure to deliver sustainable success in the future. We are focused on building the best racing car and building the best team to develop that car with everybody playing to their greatest strengths in the organization. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff discussed the reorganization in an interview with Autosport, stating that this was very much driven by Mike Elliott owning the process. So we have reversed the roles. Mike has moved up to CTO as he has a brilliant, switched-on scientific mind, and James Allison has returned to his technical director position, reporting into Mike. What Mike's assessment was, and the introspection is really admirable, is that with James we have a gladiator on the field and the troops are going to go through the fire for him and with him. Mike came to the conclusion that the way he approaches things, his skill set, is best utilized in developing the organization going forward, from technical capabilities to human capabilities, and putting together the structure that can be successful for many years to come. Amidst ongoing speculations about a possible team switch, Haas team principal Günther Steiner recently offered Lewis Hamilton a reality check, asserting that the British driver will most likely have to conclude his career with Mercedes. While this decision may reduce his chances of securing an 8th F1 World Championship, Steiner argues that transitioning to Red Bull or Ferrari at this stage in his career is improbable to result in a positive outcome for Hamilton. As Lewis Hamilton's contract with Mercedes comes to a close at the end of the season, the team is still lagging considerably behind Red Bull in performance, while some, including Eddie Jordan, have advised the 38-year-old to switch to Ferrari. The Italian team is arguably in a more precarious position than Mercedes. With Red Bull back at the top and Max Verstappen delivering outstanding performances, Lewis Hamilton has not won a Grand Prix since 2021. Consequently, there has been speculation of the 7-time world champion departing from Mercedes to pursue other opportunities that could increase his chances of securing an 8th title, enabling him to become the all-time leader in the championship standings. As the possibility of Lewis Hamilton joining arch-rivals Red Bull appears slim, Günther Steiner has shared his perspective on the current situation, indicating that the seasoned driver has few options other than to remain with Mercedes and trust that the team's fortunes will improve. He spoke to PA news agency, saying, "Lewis will stay at Mercedes until the end of his career. What other opportunities are out there for him? Think about that one. What other options are around? I don't think he has many. He is at a stage where he is so close to the end of his career that doing anything different and getting used to something else would not be very positive for him. He is not happy this year because he hasn't won a race, but he has had a lot of good years with Mercedes, so he needs to stick with the people who made him." In recent months, there has been a great deal of speculation regarding Lewis Hamilton's future with Mercedes, as the British driver has yet to sign a new contract. Toto Wolff, Mercedes team boss, has frequently been forced to defend against inquiries about the situation, and he raised eyebrows in 2021 by proposing that Hamilton may have another 5 years of racing left in him. He told Channel 4 F1, "The advantage is we speak a lot together. Just last week we sat down and he said, 'Look, I have another 5 years in me. How do you see that?' Over time, we have just grown together. We are totally transparent with each other. I have no doubt that whatever we agree on a contract extension, which is going to happen, that we both are always going to discuss very openly what does the future hold." Joan Villa-del-Prat, a former Formula One team boss who has worked for prominent teams such as McLaren and Ferrari, has disapproved of Lewis Hamilton's conduct, referring to him as a spoiled little boy who complains excessively about his team's difficulties this season. Speaking to the Spanish publication El Confidencial, Villa-del-Prat expressed his dissatisfaction with Hamilton's attitude. "Hamilton is fed up, and if he doesn't win, he's like a spoiled little boy, a whiner, you know? The tyres, the strategy, he questions everything, and he has screwed up. When you have a teammate who is faster than you, it is normal to be quiet and put your head under your wing." Lewis Hamilton has been outqualified by his teammate George Russell for 3 consecutive races. Moreover, during the Australian Grand Prix, Russell even took an early lead before he had to retire from the race due to an engine failure. Villa-del-Prat, a former team manager for Benetton, expressed his surprise at Russell's impressive performances this season. While he acknowledged that Hamilton has not lost his talent, Villa-del-Prat questioned the 38-year-old's motivation, saying, "I think he hasn't lost, but after 7 titles, what motivates you? Well, win another. And you're not going to risk your skin if you don't have that car. What is evident is that Hamilton is not the same as his first or second championship." And regarding the recent issue about the potential reversal of Lewis Hamilton's first championship, Massa was motivated to take action following remarks made by former F1 chief Bernie Ecclestone. Ecclestone's comments implied that the knowledge of the contentious Crashgate incident during the 2008 Singapore GP came early enough for the authorities to act that same season. However, when Nelson Piquet Jr. intentionally crashed to aid his Renault teammate Fernando Alonso's victory, and the incident was officially investigated the following year, it was too late to alter the race outcome. While talking to F1 Insider, Ecclestone said, "We had enough information in time to investigate the matter. According to the statutes, we should have cancelled the race in Singapore under these conditions. That means it would never have happened for the championship standings." During a recent conversation with motorsport.com, Massa shared that Ecclestone's disclosure about having early knowledge of the Singapore GP events, which could have led to action being taken, made him contemplate the possibility of pursuing a legal review. "There are rules, and there are many things that, depending on the country, you cannot go back after 15 years to resolve a situation, but I intend to study the situation, study what the laws say, and the rules. We have to have an idea of what it is possible to do." Massa has assembled a legal team to assess the situation and determine if there are legitimate reasons to pursue the matter further. Nevertheless, one of their initial moves has been to ensure that the matter is handled privately, without any further public statements from Massa concerning the ongoing developments. Moving forward, how do you see this issue being resolved? Will it end up being a waste of time for Felipe Massa, or will Lewis Hamilton lose a part of his legacy? Tell us your answer in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.